Hello, I'm Joshua. Welcome back to Nekopara, Volume 4. Where we left off, we went to this place and Azuki thought we were gonna commit suicide. So, yeah, that was kind of... I won't say fun. It was weird. Okay, let's continue. Is that how it is? This isn't a factory where everything needs to be the exact same. Without any personal flair, there's no point in a person even making it. That's what I was told. Wise words. I planned on running my own shop once I got back to Japan, which is why I made the request to my mentor. I requested that I'd be allowed to use the name, and they gladly obliged. Help you get the ball running. Wait, help you get the ball running. Why do I keep saying running? Help you get the ball rolling. Made you the star pupil, huh? That's how the shop of the that's how the name of the shop became La Soleil. In French, it sounds kind of odd, but odd? How? I don't know the first thing about French. Oh right. Soleil by itself means the sun, and the sun, what they call, and the sun is what they call a masculine noun. It's normally written Le Soleil. Oh really? Oh yeah. But my mentor is a female. I could tell they kind of retconned some stuff because I remember in Volume 3 he said his mentor was male. But my mentor is female. She apparently tacked on la, reserved for feminine nouns there instead. Why pick the sun in the first place? There's apparently an origin behind the name, but she never gave me a clear answer to it. Seems like something she wants to keep private. She lives by herself now, but she once had a husband and a son, so I assume it has something to do with that. Well, if it's something she doesn't want to talk about, no use forcing the topic, eh? Yeah, that's my logic. I was taught many things by way of my mentor. Really, all sorts of things. When it came to Western sweets, I had pride, I had confidence. And then you remember your dad's whipped cream. Yep, there we go. And yet, I was shown up by the whipped cream my father threw together despite him never so much mentioning Western sweets before. Was there that big of a difference? Yeah, compared to anything I'd make, the flavor was much more clear and distinct, closer to what I'd consider ideal. Yeah. I assume your ideal flavor is your mentor's. That's right. I guess, in the end, my dad and my mentor are the real deal, and I'm just a phony trying to mimic them. Nah, I'm not gonna make predictions in this game, because according to creator Nekopara, I should just chill and enjoy the game, so... Okay. Phony? Ow. You heard my dad say it, that my cooking has no core. What did he mean by core, I wonder? I'm brooding over that fact. Brooding over that fact brought me to say the convenience store sweets just might be better. Which is a very you thing to do. So, basically, in the end, you just have to keep investigating until you're satisfied. Yeah, that's what I think. I keep... Steam. I keep thinking to myself how I can make my sweets even better. Dan, I'm gonna help you. Wait, Dan, I'm gonna help out too. Tell me whatever it is you need. Thank you. Speaking my mind has taken a load off. Yeah, I'm freezing out here. Sure. Sure does make me want to take another bath. Sure does. But only take a bath. Really, only a bath, alright? Okay. I get it, I swear. So they really did do it last stream.
Nekopara.
Because we can skip this now, manually. I'm gonna read. Shigure's voice was just my regular voice, but higher. Quite a lot of breakfast too, I see. That's... Yay, I was hungry. It's the day after we came back from our hot spring trip. Today is another day with business as usual. Yep, there is definitely a lot of CGs in this volume compared to the others. Oh, you're putting up the posters? Oh, Oni-chan. Ona-chan told me to put these up. Did I get the instructions wrong? Oh no, you're fine. Thank you for doing it. That's a relief. Azuki just so happened to be there when I remembered that I was supposed to put those posters. So I ended up asking her to do it without much thought. But in retrospect, that'd be a tough job for Azuki. After all, it won't help us any to have posters below eye level. You're calling her short. It's okay. I'm good at stuff like this. You do have height on your side. I appreciate it, Coconut. Sweet. It's November. I was debating to make a joke if I should play this game because there's cashew and coconut. But you aren't uncomfortable walking. Aren't you uncomfortable walking out here in the cold? It is a little chilly, but I can manage. Oh, that's not because of the meat on my bones, just so you know. I'll make you some hot cocoa when we're done. Really? Yay! I look toward the poster that Coconut is in the middle of hanging up. The Neighborhood Association Christmas event, huh? Yeah. Seems like they're having live performances, a talk show, and stuff like that in the town square. Sounds like a blast. I noticed something when it could just be this volume in particular, but you could see like her eyelashes are colored differently as well. Cause like I said, compared to volume 1, 2, and 3, the art style's still kind of the same, but it's a lot more glossier when it comes to coloring, and there's a lot more movement. So, yeah. Runs from afternoon to evening, huh? It's unfortunate, but we won't be able to make it. Really? This is the first Christmas. No. This.
Meowster, I wanna put you heading from Meow and how can you do that with the blunt end of an X?
Hello, Firewall. Perfect timing. You're in time for your favorite cat girl. This is the first Christmas since La Soleil opened, so you probably don't know that. No, but... Oh, so it's only been a year! Because it's clear that Volume 1 takes place in the summer for them. So, Cashew got with the cat girls in less than a year. I should not underestimate this horn dog. The Uwu converter wasn't merciful with the hair. Cake shops are a war zone during Christmas. War zone? I'm good. I took a 1-hour nap. I had my exam today and I think I did bad because I missed like 6 questions. And it was a 36 question exam and I missed 6 of them. Cakes? No wait, Christmas is the day where cakes sell the most in Japan. Not just Japan, technically anywhere in the world, cakes are very popular during Christmas. Also, it's mostly KFC in Japan. So that's why I said on Twitter, it's fine, I'm used to it. That's why I saw on Twitter, I don't think I'm graduating next year. I probably need to repeat a year. But, like I said, expect disappointment and you won't get disappointed. I stole that from Spider-Man. And it looks like, the live chat is fine, but the widget for, chat, the chat box, is still delayed. There's no latency when it comes to looking at my second screen. The latency only happens here, like, on screen, so, yeah. Strictly speaking, the night of the 24th, Christmas Eve. A patissier like ours no exception. Yeah. We're going to be busy with all the delivery orders too. Are we? This is our first time, so I don't know exactly how many customers we'll have coming, but... I see. Also, because you weren't here earlier, I made a Mewvber joke because right now we're cashew, right? Cashew? Well, it's cashew, but people could pronounce it as cashew because why not? We're cashew and coconut. There's 2 nuts here. I've even heard that depending on the shop, you can end up selling out half a year's worth of stock on Christmas alone. That's how busy it gets. Well, I don't... No, I don't think there's any more nuts, because... Let's see. Chocolate is chocolate. That's obvious. Vanilla is vanilla. Maple is maple. So vanilla and chocolate comes from beans, like cocoa beans and vanilla beans. Maple is from the sap, which turns into maple syrup. Cinnamon is a spice, and azuki is red beans. So, I don't think there's any more nuts. A lot of houses will be throwing Christmas parties with a cake as the centerpiece of their tables. Yeah, we had a Christmas party before. I think this is from Nekopara Extra. It sure was fun. Yeah, back at the Mina Duki house. The food you made for it was so delicious. Not really. Like I said, it's red bean. Like, they turn into red bean paste because azukis are sweet. Glad to hear it. This year, I don't think we'll be able to indulge though. I see. Cheer up! Why don't we all have some Christmas cake after we close up shop? Oh wow, that's great. But I'm having doubts that it'll be enough for you, Coconut. Maybe I'll prep a turkey too. Turkey? Yeah, the country. Oh wow, can you see the red arrow? Can you point me to the turkey? Where's the turkey? Okay. At the party we had before, do you remember that big roasted bird that was there? That's a turkey. I remember. It was so good. Oh, also, fun fact, because I watched... It's definitely not where the turkey is. Okay, I watched the OVA version of Nekopara Extra. I heard the OVA is different from the visual novel, so I don't think it's much spoilers. So, I found, the OVA, the Christmas celebration they were talking about, took place 6 months before the first game. So, yeah. And Coconut is I think Coconut is 1 year old. It's only 1 year old. So, no, she's 11 months old. So that was her first Christmas. That was also the first Christmas of Chocolate and Vanilla. So, like I said, there are things I don't agree with Nekopara. Like how it takes a few months for cat girls to reach adulthood. But they live a very, very, very long lifespan, so yeah. In the US and Great Britain, it's customary for them to eat a turkey for Christmas like that. In France, a lot of families eat blode and blanc, a kind of white sausage instead. Once they're back home from evening mass, they eat some more blode and blanc and with sauté apples. Then comes soup for the main dish, steak with a hearty serving of potatoes. I'm gonna play Fall Guys. I wanted to have some practice with Fall Guys because I only played Fall Guys once. I never had it. Like, I played it at a friend's house. So I don't really know the controls, and I heard there's new obstacles. And I wanted to get some practice before that stream, but I was so busy today, and apparently I'm going to be busy tomorrow before the stream, so yeah, that's going to be an experience for us. Yeah, I saw it. I saw what you said, and I chuckled that I passed out because it was very late. You start eating during the evening, and by the time dessert rolls in, it's already the 25th. Oh wow, there's so much you can do for Christmas dinner, huh? I wish we could do it again. Fall Guys used to have a huge problem with hackers. Just because I won't get a chance to play it today, but I'll be playing it technically for the first time, even though I played it once on stream. Don't expect me to get to the finals. I'll probably be out the first round. Like, don't expect high from me. Especially from someone who isn't a gamer. If we were to have another party, it'd be nice if Mother and Father were there too. Speaking of which, my parents were out the last time we had a Christmas party, weren't they? Oh, does Father not like parties and stuff? Not sure myself. What do you mean you ain't no gamer? I'm not good at video games. You've seen me play games. Not sure myself. I don't remember him ever saying that he was against them though. Ow. After all, he does have a soft spot for Shigure. That's... yeah. Hello, JC. I see. Then I hope they can join us. Yeah. By the way, is there anything specific you want, Coconut? Ah, a Christmas present? Yeah, I was going to make sure to tell Santa-san to bring it to you. It's okay. I already gave my letter to Shigure-sama. Oh yeah, that's right, she's only one. Well, in cat years, apparently she's... Actually, Google break. I'm gonna see how old Coconut is. Coconut Nekopara. Yep, Coconut is only 1 year old. But, in cat years, she's an adult. Meanwhile, Chocolate and Vanilla are 11 months old. But they're also adults. Yeah. That's why I said I don't agree. No! Chocolate and Vanilla are only 9 months old. Huh. But, like I said, I don't agree with everything Nekopara does. Like, I feel like Nekopara would benefit if it wasn't romantic. That's why I enjoy the anime. How much time do cats reach sexual maturity? I'll Google that. Cats sexual maturity. Cats reach sexual maturity at the age of 6. 6 months. So, yeah, they were they were kind of in early adulthood, I guess. Chocolate and Vanilla are the only ones who don't have specific species of cats. I mean, type of cat. Because, Coconut is a Maine Coon. Azuki is a Munchkin. Maple is an American Curl. And Cinnamon is a Scottish Fold. Chocolate and Vanilla are apparently black cat mix and white cat mix. Yeah, they're hybrids. And judging from the first game, cat girls don't get periods. Which kind of relates it back to elves, because apparently in some fantasy settings, elves don't get periods. Because apparently, period is a primate. Periods are a primate thing, so only humans and apes get them. I don't know. I mean, my dog had periods before, so I don't know if that's true. I've never owned a cat, because my parents are against cats, so I don't know. Huh. Oh, I see. Well, I guess you know about Sana-san then. I'm not a kid anymore, you know. Right. I did ask Shigure-sama to write it out for me. I wrote a letter all by myself to Sanda. Huh? By letter, do you mean a letter to Sanda? Well, yeah. Right. Yeah. Good job, Coconut. Wait, but... Wait. But Cinnamon and Maple and Azuki, they were... I think... No, Azuki and Maple were at least 1 year old at the time. But... And in the OVA, they didn't believe in Santa. But Coconut is already 1 and she still believes it. Then again, she's a child at heart. So, I don't blame her. So, you're saying I'm not a good girl, right? Of course! What? Why, you always help me out with a shop like this after all. Huh? I did good. Did any of the other cat girls write a letter? Oh, then... It said they're in heat, which results only in dogs. Ah, okay. Yeah, because in Nekopara Volume 1, they made it a whole thing that Chocolate and Vanilla were in their heat. That would mean Chocolate and Vanilla are late bloomers, because they were... No. Yeah, they were probably late bloomers then, if they had heat that late. Anyways, everyone wrote one. I see. Everyone, huh? Azuki and the others who have already caught wind of the truth and are probably helping keep the tradition this year too, I guess. Coconut pastes a poster on the window plane and looks at it. Nekopara, stop making us learn! But seeing how fast cat girls age, like within 6 months they're already teenage. Because 6 months is sexual maturity for cats. Humans reach sexual maturity around the 13, but legal age doesn't start until 18. That would mean at 6 months they're already 6 months cat girls are already teenagers. At 1 year, cat girls are already adults. But they have very, very, very long lifespan according to the creator, to the point that she compared them to elves. So won't that get boring? Even if they didn't have long lifespans, the creator wanted to tell us that cat girls live a long time. In Volume 2, Azuki said cat girls do live a long time. So at the short end of the lifespan, they only live roughly 80 years just like humans, but in the higher spectrum, when Sayori, the creator, said that they're like elves, human years. If Sayori compared them to elves, so in the low end, cat girls can live up to 80 years to 300 years. Or, no, 800 years, was it? Yeah. Either way, that's a long time, and seeing how they reach adulthood in 1 year, that's a very long time. Like, they're practically immortal at that point. Even if we're not going by elf years, if we're going by human years of 80 years, that's still very long. I should... wait, I sure would like to have another Christmas party. I mean, it's not like I didn't like helping out around the shop. Oh yeah? That's when Azuki comes out from the store. From the shop. Hey! Give all that nonsense a rest, will ya nuts? You should know that cake shops can't squeeze a party in on Christmas with how busy it is. I know. But... so, if 1 cat year is equivalent to 15 years, that means that an 80 years life... yeah. And the creator That's another reason why the creator compared them to elves. And if it is the... wait, I'm gonna actually Google the... I know depending on the writer, elf lifespan could vary. Elf lifespan. In D&D, elves live up to 750 years. So... since the creator of Nekopara compared the cat girls to elves, how much is that in cat years? But Shigure-sama and mother looked so happy when we had the birthday party. I'm sure if we threw a Christmas party, it pleased them just the same. Let me do the math. Also, I noticed that we don't have a patch cat. As far as Shigure and the missus go, maybe. But Pop's ain't a fan of the whole throwing party thing, you know? He's not. You want a repeat of how awkward it was last time? Oh, right. I recall what happened on my mom's birthday. But why wouldn't father eat any of Anichan's cake? If he'd eat it, he'd definitely say how tasty it is. I like how we go on tangents about Nekopara lore. Cash admitted defeat, you know. Oni-chan is really good at making cakes, but when something is delicious, he says so. No, wait, that's Sasuke. I should not have eaten so much Mentos. No, there are two differences, actually. What's the difference, Cashew? That's not really a question I can answer. I don't think I understand my father's thinking. But I do know that running away forever isn't going to solve my problems. Even now, every time I remember what happened that night, the thoughts start brewing in my head. If we go by the assumption that one cat year is 15 human years, then... No, I'm talking about 750 human years. Then translate that to cat years, because the creator compared them to cat... Because the creator compared the cat girls to elves. And she said, and she and Nekopara Volume 2 said cat girls live a long time. So 50 years doesn't sound like a long time. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be the 50 years. It's either the 80 years or the 750 years. Human years. Even now, every time I remember what happened... Oh wait, I already read that. But unless I can get my dad to recognize my own flavor, I'll be stuck with this nagging sensation in my heart forever. I'm also making the cat girls worry more than they should over me. Christmas will be busy, but it's not like... Holy crap. Christmas will be busy, but it's not like we'll be open too late or anything. I don't see the harm in delivering a cake to the Minaduki house after store hours. There's still a few days until Christmas. This time, I'll make the best cake I can possibly make. I really can't read. That's all that I needed to hear. Yikes. And don't just pop out of nowhere like that, Shigure. Hey, I have been waiting all this time to hear you make up your mind on Lee-sama. Is that so? Is that so? That's like the entire Ice Age. But we don't know how cat girls perceive time. Like, the first year, they perceive it as a very long time. So maybe like elves, not like elves, like regular cats and dogs, after they reach adulthood, their perception of time actually starts slowing down a bit. So maybe after 1 year, the cat girl's perception of time starts slowing down. But even then, if it is the elf years, that's a long time. The human years, yeah, that's still long, like 80 years, but the elf years, yeah. I have faith that you will be victorious. I swear, like I said last stream, Shigure's voice is gonna change throughout this volume. Thank you. I'll do my best and make an even better cake than last time. Please leave everything aside from the cake to me, Lee-sama. Have you noticed that when you age, you notice that time... That's true. That's what I mean, like, I didn't say slow down, like perception, like their aging slows down, but I think they do speed up for the cat girls. Like, once they reach 1 year old and they become adults, time starts speeding up for them. I hope it's like really, really fast if it's the elf years. But it's probably like human fast if it's cat ears. Wait. Coconut is only 15? Then again, the age of consent in Japan is 13, but this game is known all around the world. Like I said, I don't agree with everything Nekopara does. Because there are a lot of things that are questionable in Nekopara. That's why I know I sound like a broken record at this point. I really prefer the anime. Because the anime had no romance, and Cashew was really like a father figure. And it's implied that they didn't do the fun times. Because no one is head over heels over Cashew, not even Chocola. Like, Chocola still respects Cashew, and so does Vanilla, but they're not like the one in the game. When you say 10, let's say 2 years has was a fifth of your lifespan. Then when you're 50, 2 years seems like nothing. Yeah, that's true. Right, okay. You can handle cooking this time round. I'll focus on the cake. So there will be a Christmas party. Yes, leave everything to me. I will be planning things to the T, so that you can throw yet another wonderful Christmas party this year. I see. So you were looking forward to another one this year, huh? Oops. Please, Nisama, you should focus on what you need to accomplish rather than my desires for now. What officer? She's 50 years old in cat years. Plot twist, it's the cat girl who gets arrested. What is the average... Like, the creator of Nekopara and also the games hinted that there are regular cats. Like, there's cat girls and regular cats, right? How long do regular cats live for? Gotcha. Thanks, Shigure. Does that mean we get to have a Christmas party after all? Hey! Hold up! What? Hey, hold up! You sure about this? I mean, I'm behind if you've got your mind made up, but still. I'm behind you if you've got your mind made up, but still. Yippee! Yoo-hoo! Afternoon. Tea time comes to a close, and the amount of customers dwindles down to a handful. Wow, Nekopara is really making us think, isn't it? Cats are like dogs, live between 12 or 18 years depending on the species. Huh. I let the cat girls handle the shop as I coop myself up in the kitchen. I taste the cake I've made. I think it's delicious. In terms of a cake I would serve to customers, there's absolutely no problem with it. But there's still something missing. Cashew! Crepes! I've been calling for you this entire time, so at least give me an answer. Sorry Maple, I wasn't paying attention. Talk about rude. Talk about being rude. What with that scary expression and grumbling? I thought you were turning into a dog for a moment. Was that really an expression on my face? At the very least, it's not the kind of face you'd make when you're eating good cake. Yeah. I'm not going to refute that I wasn't in that state of mind. I pat my own face down. Heh? You have cream on your cheek. Maple pat. Fine. Even though I did say Vanilla is probably my favorite cat girl because she's the easiest to voice and I like her cool attitude. And she kind of reminds me of Virgil. The cat girl I relate to the most is Maple. I know what it's like to work towards a dream. Second cat girl I slightly relate to is Coconut because Coconut doubts herself a lot. But mostly I see myself in Maple. Maple uses her fingertip to stroke around my mouth. I'm not sure if I already read that, but I'll just read it just in case. Her fingers are smooth and elegant, yet still supple at the same time. I don't relate to Cinnamon. You relate to Cinnamon! Maple licks the whipped cream she wiped off. I think it tastes great though. I don't think you can really... Wait, I don't think you can real... Wait. Sorry, I can't read. Like I said, my brain is still recovering from the exam even after that nap. You're a horn dog. I don't think you can really get a taste for it like that. Why don't you give it a proper taste test and tell me what you think? And honestly, yeah. A lot of people... Like, Volume 2 and Volume 3 probably has the best writing in the series. If you cut out the sexy fun time and romance, it would have been good. Says the succubus. Hey! I think my draconic side is stronger. If you don't mind, then sure. Here it is. Oh, I want a cake now. It looks pretty decadent to me. In a good way? Yes. Wait, yes. In a great way. Looks delicious. Mabel takes a tiny scoop with a fork and brings it to her mouth. Can I pet the cake? Oh, I have those exact same spoon. I have the exact same forks at home. Wait. Okay. Just as delicious as ever. Is it? Well, though, I really don't get why you're so bent out of shape when what you make. Wait. I can't read. I'm gonna take that from the top. Well, I really don't get why you're so bent out of shape when what you're making is so delicious. But it's plain, isn't it? Plain? It's... I don't know. Plain. That's how it feels to me. The music cut out. Don't know about that. I think it leaves a noticeable impression and has traits that only your cakes have. That only my cakes have? Anybody who'd look at this cake would think it's pretty, and anybody who'd eat it would think it's delicious. Back to what you were saying earlier, they figured that making the game more... Yeah, but in my opinion, the writing is actually really good. I mean, Volume 1, not entirely, because it was mostly like Chocola has abandonment issues, and Vanilla is just kind of tag along there. But still, then again, a visual novel won't be a visual novel without romance, because if you look at visual novels, it's either horror or romance. But like I said, this is why I prefer the anime. It's not romance. It's slice of life comedy. Which is... I know it's very controversial because a lot of people in the Nekopara fandom didn't like the anime. Because it was... I think they said it ruined the whole romance factor. Even if it wasn't lewd, people still wanted romance in the anime. But this could just be coming from me being aromantic. I don't think this game would work as a visual novel without... Yeah. Like, it could just be me because I'm aromantic. I like how the anime didn't have romance. And I also like how it's implied the fun times didn't happen. So, if they do make a season 2 and they listen to the complainers and do add romance to the anime, I won't consider it canon to the first season. you make you want to make cakes that bring smiles to everyone's faces. That isn't that always what you're saying you want to do? Yeah, might as well make a book or an anime at that point. Like, it's very good writing, but they wasted it. Meanwhile, yeah, Karawa Sojo had the same thing, but that one kind of works because one, it's a high school setting. Two, everyone's the same age as you. And it's the typical girl meets boy story. That's why Karawa Sojo works. This one, I could understand why Nekopara is very controversial. Like, if you go to YouTube or Twitter, especially Twitter, people complains about Nekopara. I mean, people complained less about it when they found out the creator was actually female, but I digress. Yeah, that sentiment hasn't changed. In this game, either everyone is way older than you, while at the same time being way younger than you, yeah. But there's still something I'm hung up on. Dad said that my cooking lacked the core. He said that the phrase bringing smiles to people's faces was something I ran behind. My dad always speaks with a purpose, especially when it comes to cuisine. I'm running behind them. My cooking lacks a core. What does that mean? I don't have a clue, but if your intent to bring smiles to everyone's faces is no good, then why not try making sweets without that idea in mind? Huh? Well, you're baking to test things out, right? It's not like you're making them for customers, so I don't see the big deal. Good point. If I was a hardcore Nekopara fan, I feel like I wouldn't have been bothered by the lack of romance in the anime. That's also... I'm gonna sound like a Karen. If you go to the Nekopara subreddit, they're there for lewds. They're not... Because Twitter didn't complain about the anime. Believe it or not, Twitter actually liked the anime. Reddit was the one who complained about the anime for not having lewds and romance. So... it really tells you the duality. Reddit complained about... I don't think Nekopara is for romantic purposes though. Okay, boomer. Like, Twitter enjoyed the anime. Even though it still had sexual elements, they didn't do the scenes, and, there was no romance. Meanwhile, Reddit hates the anime because it didn't have romance and lewds. I mean, occasionally I do find people who likes. I did occasionally find... Hello, Spiral. I did find people who did like the anime on Reddit. But still, there was no romantic elements, and there was no lewd elements in the OVA, the first OVA of Nekopara, and Reddit still accepted that. I cannot wrap my head around the degeneracy. Like... Okay. Now that she spells it out like that, I realize that I never baked with that idea in mind. I'm not baking for everyone. I think this is our most thought-provoking Nekopara stream so far. To a T. Like, there's no contest. So far, at least. Just baking for myself, huh? Is that tiramisu? I used to make those. I love making tiramisu. But they're not really baking. Because you could... I kind of recognize the lady fingers that surrounds the cake. It could be a tiramisu. I don't know. Alright, now that I've finished... You want me again? I'd like you to compare it to the last one. Yeah, I'm good. I don't dislike being asked to taste test since I love eating tasty things, but my weight. Yeah, because we got into a little tangent because the creator of Nekopara compared the cat girl's lifespan to elves. And then I also used Nekopara Volume 2 and that comment, because in Nekopara Volume 2, they said cat girls live a long time, so... On second thought, I'm sure I'll be fine. I see. I like this one better. It hits you with a sweet... it hits you with a sweet... Has a strong aroma. It's assertive. And it's not a bad thing. How is tiramisu? It depends on how you make it. It's mostly it's technically a no-bake coffee cake. That you have to use lay fingers that you could either make from scratch or you could buy from store. Then you have to use a special cheese that I can't pronounce. In some recipes, people add rum to... Yeah, they add rum to tiramisu. In some recipes. My specialty cake, the one that I really like, that I baked since I started baking, is the Black Forest chocolate cake, which is a German chocolate cake, and traditionally it has rum as well, but because I don't drink alcohol and I want my cake to be edible by everyone, I replaced the rum with sour cherry juice, which works pretty well. By the way, how's the Nekopara cake so far? Like I said, I might make the cake after I finish the series as like, you know, congratulations, you finished the series. But as of now, I could get all the ingredients because the one that I was really struggling to get was the azuki beans because my local Asian grocer was under renovations since July. They opened last week. They reopened last week after the renovations. And then when I checked, like, because everything got renovated, they rearranged everything. It took me 10 minutes. Also, why did I say part 14? This is part 12. So it took me 10 minutes to find out where everything was, and I found the red beans. So I was like, okay, I know where to look now. Can you tell I really enjoy baking? Though, in terms of cohesiveness of the flavor, I do feel it's a bit on the coarse side. I see. But if you're going to get your father to eat something, wouldn't the last cake be wouldn't the last cake be a better match? Yeah, probably, right? Yeah, probably. If you're used to eating Western sweets and you would like the richer flavor, then I think this is good. But I'm afraid, I'm not sure how it'd fare as a Christmas cake for the whole family. Hey, I can teach you the recipe and you could bake the cake yourself. My preferences aren't anything really... my preferences aren't anything really all that special. I know I say it's for everyone, but I guess it's not like it's too far off from my preferences. Why don't you make a cake that both you and everyone can enjoy instead of just focusing on one or the other? Like, this cake is Cashew's preference. Everything else in the store is everyone else's preference. Why don't you balance it out? Something everyone enjoys, including you. That's my mentality for streams. I've honed my senses so that I can make out if I've honed my senses so that I can make out if something tastes good after all. Fun fact, the anime came out before Volume 4. Right now, Volume 4 is the latest addition to the series. Basically, making something with your own preferences in mind doesn't change much then. Oh, here she is.
Wow! You there eating delicious looking cakes all by yourselves! Master, you're too cruel for not calling chocolate to come!
I just so happened to be passing by, so I taste tested a little. You want to try 2 chocolate? Fine. Oh yeah, you give them a try too, chocolate. Both the one I made earlier and the one I just made. Where's the slice?
May I? Hooray!
I heard that I could eat cakes. Hey Vanilla, how's the shop doing? Right now, Cinnamon is working like a horse. No problem here. That's what you call no problem?
What? Why? What is everyone all gathered here for?
Oh, it's the workhorse. Fine, I'll pet them. Then I'll pet Azuki and Coconut to make things fair.
Horse? Oh, but I'm a cat girl.
Who's minding the shop? Yes, Azuki and Coconut are working like field mice. Right. Well, it should be break time anyways, so I guess it's fine. Could I get you guys to taste this for being that?
My pleasure!
Mine too.
Much obliged. Ooh, it's so good. Oh, so good.
I see.
This is giving me the urge for a cup of tea. Oh yes, that's right.
Master, your cakes are equally as... Wait. Master, your cakes are quality as always. I preferred this one, the second one.
Chocolate likes the first one better. Huh? Well, I like either one. Ah, so does Chocolate. Chocolate likes both too.
How come all the characters that require your Mika voice are in one frame? Chocolate... yeah. So, Chocolate, Cinnamon, and like I said, Vanilla's voice is a variant of the quote-unquote Mikan voice. It's just that it's not as high. Like, I use the same technique, but... if I could explain it easier, I use the technique of the Mikan voice, but output-wise, I use the same output as the Ara voice. So it's more of a hybrid. Thanks. Oh, I just realized their forks correlate with their bells. Look, Vanilla has your fork too, yeah. I also have... everyone has silver forks, so that's not special. There's not that big of a difference between them. Everyone's saying they're good, so your complaint is starting to look a little hazy, Cashew.
Huh? What would be Cashew-san's complaint?
Seems like that he's worried that both cakes might be too plain.
What? A cake this delicious can never be too plain.
Remind me again, what do you want to play after Nekopara? The Sakura series, like Sakura Spirit. I'm also gonna research a bunch of other visual novels. Because from now on, I'm making this day the visual novel day. So, yeah, I'm gonna research a bunch of visual novels. They could be romance, they could be horror. I'm not gonna do Doki Doki, because Doki Doki is best played blind. So, and I already... Ace Attorney will replace Neptunia. Or, if Neptunia isn't finished yet, it could replace either Outer Worlds or, yeah, it could replace Outer Worlds. But Outer Worlds just started, so we'll see who finishes first. Once Morrowind is finished, I will continue on with the Elder Scrolls series. So Ace Attorney won't be checked out by the Elder Scrolls time slot. Ace Attorney is kind of a visual novel, but not really. It's more like Danganronpa. I mean, Neptunia, you could try Monica After Story, I guess.
Anyone who thinks this is too plain is spoiled. But if you think that, Cash's son, why not try making a cake that isn't too plain instead?
I see. That could be interesting.
Excuse me, Chocolate has an idea.
No, we're not smashing Shigure. But people are worried about Volume 5. Because there's a possibility Volume 5 might be the final game in the series. Because like I said yesterday, Volume 5 is going to be called Nekopara After. People are worried that that's gonna happen in Volume 5. Believe it or not, both Twitter and Reddit are against smashing Shigure. Like, everyone is against smashing Shigure. Well, there's the occasional oddball in both Twitter and Reddit. People like Spiraled. But, yeah. Huh?
She is confident in her idea.
If you insist, I guess I'll give it a shot. I'm not sure how many streams you can squeeze out of Monica After Story, unless you want to turn it into a more just chatting stream. Yeah. The thing is, I kind of want to go... When I first debuted, I had chat streams, like, where I just talk to the audience. But, seeing how I'm just a tiny baby VTuber, I'm not that confident in doing chat streams. Because people might get bored, you know? Like I said, I don't care about popularity. Shigure or Smash. I mean, technically, Nekopara is on Switch. But the Switch only has Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. They don't have 0 and Extra. Chocolate is a really big fan of sweet things, and she's eaten several of my cakes. It's possible that she might have made some sort of discovery. I follow Chocolate's orders and try making a cake from them. Of course it's a chocolate mousse cake! Of course it's a chocolate cake, it is chocolat! I sandwiched a chocolate mousse with a chocolate sponge cake, frosted with chocolate cream, and decorated it with chocolate. Keyword, chocolate. If you were in my debut stream, or if you watched my debut stream, you know my favorite food is chocolate. I would do anything for chocolate. Like, when I was reaching puberty, you know how when people go through puberty they eat a lot? I ate 20 bars of chocolate in one sitting. And I wish I was kidding. But now I could barely gulp down 3 bars. I'm pretty sure chocolate should be safe to eat for cat girls, right? This chocolate cake has enough, well, chocolate to warrant those concerns.
Ta-da! It's chocolate special chocolate Morningstar.
Chocolate Morningstar? Are you a demon? Like Lucifer Morningstar? That? The name is kind of skirting the line of good taste, you know. A demon like Jaws? I'm half.
Chocolate is so cute when she's haphazardly naming things. Ah, it looks delicious.
Well, I think the taste should be fine. Looks high cholesterol to me.
Time for a taste. A cake made by Master that chocolate thought up. It's a labor of love.
Yeah, Vanilla loves both chocolate and cashew, even though she's tsundere when it comes to cashew. Try not to overthink things and give me a taste test, okay? It's chocolatey, alright?
Yes, it's very much a chocolate cake. Delicious, exquisite, rad. Master, this tastes great.
Yeah, it exudes chocolateness in more ways than one. Chocolate. This chocolate cake tastes like chicken. I think it's a bit heavy, but even though everything tastes the same, the subtle difference in textures makes for a quite I'm gonna read it. I think it's heavy, but even though everything tastes the same, the subtle difference in textures makes for quite a big difference. But, while I do think it's plenty irresistible for chocolate lovers.
Is it no good?
It's a bit on the extreme side, but it was a bold idea that I'll take for future reference, thank you. So, it was good. Wait, was that cat? Yeah, that was cashew.
Yay! Chocolate did it! Alright, you're next, Vanilla.
I think chocolate should stay away from the kitchen. Because it's kind of implied in the Nekopara anime. Well, then again, anime chocolate is different from visual novel chocolate. Anime chocolate actually steals food from the kitchen.
Leave this to me.
It's a vanilla cheesecake. Told you I'd be here. Hello. A snow white, rare cheesecake with a smell of vanilla extract dazzled the melted chocolate. Of course it's a vanilla cake with chocolate because she's obsessed with chocolate.
I guess I'll call it chocolate is cute.
Does that name have anything to do with the cake? It's quite the novel appearance.
It's almost like cold food. It's almost like cold tofu drenched in soy sauce. That's what it looks like.
Well, I was hoping for a change after all. It has a fresh and novel appearance, at the very least. It could be one of those prank cakes. Now for the taste. The taste is pretty plain, I suppose. The smell of vanilla is strong, so I feel like some people will like it and some people won't. My mother used to make this but called them still white cake. Huh.
Well, I like it. chocolate is good. It's a little bitter.
That's right. It tastes more bitter than I expected.
Huh? I like it.
I feel some sweeter tea would complement this.
Juice might go well too. I'm in heaven.
Honestly, it's hard to call this a cake that brings smiles to everyone's faces. I made cheesecakes before. I made 2 types of cheesecake. One was a baked cheesecake, and one was a no-bake cheesecake. I made both of them back to back because I had a party to go to. I brought both of them to the party, and the no-bake cheesecake was a lot more popular than the baked cheesecake. It's probably because there was someone with an egg allergy, so that's probably why the no-bake cheesecake was finished at the end of the day. But seeing Vanilla, who's not very expressive, with faint hints of joy on her face, has left quite an impression on me. You're next, Cinnamon.
Huh? Well then, come think of something with me, Ray-chan.
Huh? No, I'm not good. Huh? No, I'm good. I like plain cakes after all. And just so you know, I'm not thinking of having him make a cake that's drizzled in maple syrup, okay?
Oh, but I like maple. Let's think of something together.
Jeez, fine. That's probably because he can't make a pure cinnamon cake. I mean, you can. You can make a pure cinnamon cake. You can also make a pure maple cake. I mean, most maple cakes, maple syrup tends to be a substitute for sugar. So, technically any cake can work. Then again, these two are shipped. And from what we saw in Volume 3, they are... yeah. It's a black tea coffin cake. the cinnamon challenge.
Plain.
Don't call it plain. But the taste is pretty creative, I'd say. Right? A black tea cake surprisingly doesn't match well with black tea, or rather, the flavor profiles are too similar, so it's an off match. Well, I'm sure there are people who appreciate that. That's why I came up with the idea to double down and use a black tea chevron cake with a robust flavor.
Oh, this does make chocolate want a cup of tea. The butter flavor comes out from the aroma of the black tea. The whipped cream garnish really complements it. So good.
It's good, isn't it? What does coffin cake have? I never made a coffin cake. I've had it, but I haven't eaten it. Let's see. It tends to just be egg, oil, baking flour, sugar. So it's a very simple cake. But she used black tea to flavor it. Huh. That's how I'm pronouncing it. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but yeah. Still, I'm not sure how I feel about having this made in the first place. Flavor-wise, it's basically a black tea scone, so it's not a novel idea, and the black tea takes more of a center stage than the cake does. You may be right, but I think this cake suits your personality, Maple. Is that so? Would you say it's putting the cat before the horse? No. I meant what I said. Just joking. Alright, Cinnamon, you're next. Did you put some real thought into this?
Wow, flowers!
Ada. A flower-shaped cake? What the elaborate design? What with crafting each individual petal? It was not easy, let me tell you.
You're so skilled, Cashew-san. You perfectly recreated my vision.
Oh no! Of course she made a horn dog cake.
These flowers, you see, they have these things called a stamen and pistil, see?
Oh, so those are stamen and pistil.
How? I kinda figured that was her idea.
It's a very Cinnamon idea at that.
The stamen and pistil, right? They make love to one another, and once they squish and slush, they make a baby, you see? Aww.
When that...
Don't squish and squash the cake. You should never play with your food!
Quit going into heat over cake, for crying out loud.
I'm not into heat. I'm seriously considering the cake.
And this serious consideration led to this stamen and pistil thing?
No, don't look at me like that. Don't. Cinnamon is drooling.
She's such a horn dog! Or a horn cat. Right, well, putting Cinnamon's intent behind this aside.
The flower petals are fluffy and delicious. That's best there for you.
The stamen and pistil parts are a little hard to chew though, from a mental standpoint that is. Being particular about the shape of what you're making is an important quality. Flavor tends to change based on your feelings, you know. Did this even end up being helpful? I mean, I'm pretty sure it didn't. No, I think a more flexible idea like this was just the thing I needed. I can apparently get pretty hard-headed.
Your head is hard? Headbutt time.
No, that's not what I meant by that. I like how Vanilla just chose violence. Only Cinnamon can wish for an inbred. Don't you mean inbred? Wait, you know what? You know, inbred? Inbred? Because you need the pulp. Yeah. Wait, let me just type this up real quick. So you get my pun. Okay, I'm not gonna add it. Because you know what I'm saying. That's not what I meant by that. Okay. Anyway, I'll give things some more thought though. Huh, so Azuki and Coconut don't get cakes? That's a shame. If if you need more taste testing, give me a call. How long are you going to get all hot and bothered, Cinnamon? We're getting back to work.
Wait, Chan. Meowster, thank you for the cake. Chocolate's going back to work. Thank you for the cake.
Wait,
Thank you for the cake.
wrong voice. Can you even tell the difference between chocolate and cinnamon? Like, wait. Because sometimes I do... sometimes I do listen... Wait, let me just put up the voice a little bit. Sometimes I do listen to this so I can have a basic idea. Like that. So, yeah. I give them a nod and watch the girls all leave the kitchen. I look over all the test cakes. The cakes which I felt all had their own sense of personality up until a second ago. All seem to have lost their luster. What's going on? It's a strange feeling. The cakes losing their charm isn't a positive thing. However, I continue to stare at them in a positive way, as if there's something important in these test cakes. I mean, Coconut and Azuki did get a lot of focus. Let's say you can change the direction of the trolley in one of two tracks. One of them, it's way on a tied chocolate, and the other tied vanilla. Who do you save? If I save chocolate, vanilla will be happy. If I save vanilla, vanilla will probably hate me for the rest of her life. Cause yeah, chocolate does. It seems like it's almost like unrequited. Cause it seems like vanilla likes chocolate, even though they're twins, identical twins. I'll give you that. But chocolate does care about vanilla, but it doesn't seem like she loves vanilla. Like vanilla loves chocolate. So chocolate is more happy about cashew. So I think in this situation, if I'm thinking it logically, I mean Reyes will choose to save vanilla because he hates chocolate. Even though vanilla, it could be biased because I really like vanilla, but I think I'd probably end up saving chocolate because knowing that's what vanilla would have wanted. Break time 3 days later. Oh, we actually have...
Today's another day. Master hasn't come out of the kitchen.
When does he go to sleep?
I miss him. Master is worrying so much.
But Chocolate's helping out a lot. Chocolate is completely adjusted to the job and is working at a lot now.
Oh, how do I need prep time before the shop opens? Wash the dishes and show customers the receipts, of course. Chocolate has been working so hard, right?
You're doing great.
But Chocolate doesn't know how Master's cake can get even more delicious than they already are. Chocolate wants to do something for Master's sake. She wants to do something. She wants to do something. She does.
Settle down, Chocolate.
If she settles down, can she do anything?
Well, Cashew isn't here, so I'll say that's vanilla.
The break room door opens.
Hey, quit with that yelling. We can hear you all the way in the shop.
Oh,
I'll say... I mean, it's not going to be Azuki and Coconut because it doesn't make sense if Chocolate... Azuki needs more Australian slang. I'll try to fit them in. Because, it won't make sense if it's Chocolate because Chocolate doesn't call them Azuki and Coconut. Chocolate likes to call her Nuts and Azunya, so I'll make this vanilla as well.
Azuki and Coconut come into the break room. However, Coconut looks a little odd.
Oh, it's Coco-chan.
How? Coco-chan, is something wrong? Huh? What's up?
Nuts the dummy has been playing hooky.
Huh? No way!
That doesn't sound right.
Coco-chan is always out on deliveries when she's in the shop. She's always cleaning and doing dishes.
She's always working.
Maybe when she's out on deliveries.
I don't think so. When she has a destination in mind, she's always as fast as possible.
Jaws, if you Google search your name and go to images, Blue Boy is one of the first things that pop up. My second son is making it? Huh. But my second son isn't even finished yet.
Yeah, right? She's always doing her best, right?
No doubt.
Yeah, she's always doing her best, alright.
Ah, now it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Don't you find it strange she's not here often despite me scheduling shifts to give everyone equal time for breaks? Playing... What do you mean, veteran? Which voice is getting you the most, though?
She has been playing hooky?
Dumb Nuts has been pretending to take breaks while working instead. Oh, she's overworking herself.
Yeah? Huh?
Now that you mention it, I've never seen Coconut in a break room.
Oh, that's true.
Taking breaks is part of the job. What you gotta do if you get sick from overworking yourself? I don't know what you mean. Maybe it's because I'm getting confused. I'm sorry. It's my responsibility to know whether the shifts I include keep the shop in working order or not. Jaws, what's your favorite cake to make? Hi Raze. My favorite cake to make is Black Forest, because it's the first cake I made by myself. If there comes a time where all your needles... Wait. If there comes a time when all your needless haze makes it so you're absent, what do you think will happen to the shop? The fact is, the shop isn't gonna be able to operate based on the original schedule on which we take turns. Right. Listen, I get that you want to work hard for the shop and for Cashew. Yeah, it is my fault after all. What? It's because I said I wanted to throw a Christmas party again. That was just a trigger? He was going to have to face his problems head on eventually.
I agree.
If this is the path Cashew's walking down, he's not gonna get through by avoiding it.
It's okay, Coco-chan.
Chocolate? Wait, I haven't pet Coconut and Azuki yet. There we go.
Meowster!
I said Meowster. Might as well.
Meowster will surely make a delicious cake. After all, he is Meowster. He said that he would eventually make the words delicious come out of his father's mouth. He said so he'll be okay.
Cassowary. Chocolate.
Yeah, I have faith.
Chocolate has faith in Meowster too.
Hey, Kiwi.
Of course, she wants to do something to help Meowster. But if I overexert myself, I'll just end up causing him more problems instead.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Good girl, Chocolate. Good girl.
What is it, Vanilla?
I haven't pet Azuki, so... Yep, they are cousins. Huh. Since when did you two start speaking like responsible adults, Chocovanni? Well, everyone said their piece, so lecture time's over. You have... I mean... Okay, fun fact. Kangaroos like to punch things to measure strength, right? Because apparently, if your arms are strong, that means your legs are stronger. That's how kangaroos think. So, kangaroos punch things to test their strength. So if you punch a kangaroo really hard, they'll think your legs are really strong, so they'll avoid fighting you. But if you punch a kangaroo and that punch is weak, they'll be like, oh, your leg strength will be weak, so I can take you on. Because believe it or not, a kangaroo's main weapon is their legs, not their arms. They use their arms to test. Nuts. You gotta be cold from going out on delivery, right? How's about a cup of warm tea?
Thank you, Oda-chan.
Well, get to boiling up a cup.
You mean that wasn't an offer to make it for me?
Chocolate will make it for you.
Thank you, Chocolate. I've been worried about the two of them and their relation. You've been worried about the two of them and their relationship?
What are you talking about? Nevertheless, Cashew ain't coming out of the kitchen, is he? He's making cakes as he should, so the shop is in good shape. But he's the one who should really be taking a break right now. I'm scheduling everyone's shift, but Cashew isn't listening to anything I tell him.
I wish there was something we could do.
Oni-chan.
Okay.
Nekopara.
You can...
Chocolate, this black tea is too rich.
Real what?
Yeah. It's no good. This doesn't help change anything. Why? Cashew. Cashew? Huh? I take a breath to regain my composure. Close call. I almost started shouting in front of everyone.
But my heart.
Maple, Cinnamon, you guys are still here? Oh, I know what's gonna happen. They're setting it up. I thought that the shop would be closed by now, but here they are. The register count didn't add up. Cashew said not to sweat such a small matter, but...
We couldn't help ourselves, so the two of us recounted it.
It's rare that our sold stock doesn't add up with the money in the register. If that's too much of a difference, it could be a problem, but... How much didn't add up? 1 yen. I can see why she told you not to worry about it. A massage? What do you... If it's just 1 yen, then it might just be a miscount, or it might have fallen somewhere without anyone noticing. Ara. Very perceptive.
It fell under the register.
Actually, good on you guys for finding it.
Mei-chan is the type to not give up till the end when she sets her mind to do something. She wasn't even thinking of going home until she found it. She even crawled on the ground looking for it.
What happens when you remove the P from Nekopara? Nekopara. And I thought I told you that you didn't have to wait up since the other cat girls went home already.
I couldn't go home and leave you here, Mei-chan.
Maple, you really shouldn't sweat. Wait, Maple, you really don't have to sweat on one yet. I'm always at the counter, so I'm the one who interacts with the register the most. A miscount is a blow to my pride.
But the others go on register duty sometimes too. Like when you're on break and stuff.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. By the way, aren't you going home, Cashew? I mean, Cashew lives upstairs. I could go home, but everything, including the shop, is basically my home. There we go. I bit my tongue. You have to get up bright and early tomorrow, don't you? I can't see why you wouldn't go back to your room and rest. Did you come here because you wanted to say that? No. I came here to report what happened. It's just passing advice, I assure you.
Is baking your new cake going well?
If it's going well, he wouldn't be cooped up here. He wouldn't be cooped up in here this late, would he? Now would he? I really can't read today. I mean, when can I read? Well, I'm starting to get to a point where even I can't really tell. Wanna give it a taste? I present them the test cake I just finished baking. Well, don't mind if I do.
Yay! Perks at work.
In honesty though, can you even tell the difference between my chocolate and cinnamon voice? I mean, they're the same voice. So I don't think there will be a difference. And in the Japanese dub, yeah, it sounds a little different, but mostly the same because high-pitched voice. High-pitched voices tends to sound the same. No. So they do sound the same? I kind of spaced out there. Maple and cinnamon taste test.
It's no good, is it? I knew it.
I've come to that realization. I realized that piling on these different techniques has just made the flavor go south. I never realized that they're twins. Do it and they sound. All my voices sound the same to me. So, yeah.
Well, I will say it is quite a unique flavor.
You can taste the You can taste the indecision in this. I'm getting angsty. The more I keep pursuing, the further I feel myself getting from my goal. No, because you're getting tired, Cashew. You're starting to get sloppy. You need to rest. You can't keep pushing yourself or else you lose every experience you're gaining. I get, but I get the twins aspect kind of flew over my... They even have the same hairstyle, technically. Like, if they wear their hair down, it's the same hairstyle. It's just, Chocolate likes to wear her pigtails up, meanwhile Vanilla likes to wear her pigtails down. I mean, chocolate is heavier, more quote-unquote thicker, and taller than vanilla, only by a little bit. But then again, even identical twins can have differences over time. Like, they'll look the same about until adulthood. They'll start having noticeable differences. Wait. It's gotten so bad as of late that I'm even second-guessing myself when I bake the cakes I make on a regular basis.
Dasha-san.
More importantly, the fact that you guys are cheering me on is putting a lot of pressure on me.
Huh?
Lately, I feel the more support I get from you guys, the more pain it causes me. I absolutely hate feeling that way, but I'm aware of the fact that I'm losing my composure. I've been losing my composure. And I'm afraid that eventually, even though it's all in my head, I won't be able to keep myself in check and I'll end up pushing you all away from me. I'm so grateful to have you all, but I'm having more moments where I feel like I want to be by myself. Even though I really hate that idea. Sorry, even now. I know in my mind that I shouldn't be saying that, and yet... I'm sorry.
Or Dasha-san.
Huh?
I mean, you're in pain. You're in so much pain. And that's why you ended up saying what you didn't want to say. Oh, not being able to say what you want to say. And saying what you don't want to say. Either way, I understand. Oh, it's so sad. It's so very sad.
Cinnamon, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, please. You aren't in the wrong here, Dasha-san. Dasha-san, you can let it out and cry. It is sad after all.
I see. So this is sad? I don't know why I'm laughing. The lack of skills is sad. My lack of skills is sad. The disappointment of my hard work going unrewarded is sad. It makes me want to cry out. It makes me want to cry too. Mabel? I thought there was something more that I could do. You always help me sort through my issues, so I thought that it would be my turn to help you this time. So all the cat girls feel like they're not doing enough to help Cashew. I see. So she really has been thinking like that. And yet, in the end, I can't do anything. I'm so pathetic. It makes me want to cry. My acting is so bad. That's probably why I'm laughing. But is crying going to solve our issues? Our problems?
Well, no. But sad is sad.
I know that. The sadness isn't going anywhere. The disappointment in yourself, the regret in everything you've done up until now, the frustration towards your shortcomings. You just have to accept all those things and keep trying, right? Right?
Believe it or not, you're very convincing when you cry in your Megan voice. I don't know.
Well,
I get your point, but
no amount of crying is going to help you make a good cake.
That's a sound argument. That's why it's making my ears recoil. Or rather, my heart ache.
The one thing you need to do right now, Cashew, is psychological composure, isn't it?
Huh?
Normally, when I cheer you on, you give me a smile and reply, "Thank you, I'll do my best."
Well, I think we all know where this is going. Smiles.
That is true. Cashew-san normally does that.
That might be true, but right now,
well, you just told us that you've been losing your composure.
I do agree, but this isn't the sort of thing that you can just control on your own. Composure doesn't work like that. Here we go.
Isn't there something you can do to relieve your stress? Like take a breather or something?
We just went on a hot spring trip not too long ago.
I don't have the time for that. Christmas is just a month away. Oh, it's November for them too! So Cashew failed! Because last stream, he did it with Azuki and Coconut, no doubt.
That is true.
They're really holding it in.
Isn't there some way for you to take a breather? Something you can do in a short period of time?
Maybe sing?
Good idea. Music soothes the weary soul.
Yeah, but I'm not like you guys. I can't sing well enough. So, have it act as a stress reliever? I think he already lost. And let's not forget, his name is Cashew, but it could be pronounced as Cashew. So his name is already a nut. So he failed by just existing.
Is that so? Then maybe eat something good?
You seem extremely bent out of shape. Why not just go to sleep?
Oh yes, that. Whenever you're feeling down, sleep is always the best option, isn't it?
No. Even if I laid down, I would have problems getting to sleep. I realize that I'm exhausted, but my tension is still high after all.
You can...
Wait. Firewall shared a picture with you. I'll check that out later. He's trying on veteran difficulty.
You can relax with a nice soak in a bath.
Well, Cashew's no fool, so I'm sure he'll try a bunch of different options. Shouldn't we be thinking of things that Cashew can't try out on his own?
Oh, I get it. There has to be things that only we can do.
Why not a massage?
Wow, good idea.
Yep. A massage, huh? Well, they do say that the mind and body are connected.
Loosen up your body. Loosening up your body will surely relieve stress. And then you can fall fast asleep.
That's a possibility.
Mei-chan, giving Cashew-san a massage. On the top of the bed, our bodies tangled around one another.
That's the kind of massage you're after? At least she's honest. It's gotten late, so I'll drop you guys off. She's...
It's fine. There are still trains running.
We are more worried about you. After all, Cashew-san.
I see. Well, take care.
Thanks. You take it easy tonight, Cassia.
Did...
Have a good night, Cashew-san.
After all the service that we gave you... Wait, after all the service that we gave to you, you'd better get a good night's sleep, alright?
Right, thanks. You're right. I do feel like I'll be able to get a good night's sleep.
What's the matter?
Not that my mind is clear. I've got all my ideas in order. I've been racking my brain over this, but I've made up my mind. And it's all thanks to you two, Mabel, Cinnamon.
What? Made up your mind on what?
Be still, my heart.
I think that keeping up this trial and error testing on my own isn't the way to go.
Then we'll help you come up with something.
Then it's even less of a way to go.
Yeah. Not that I don't appreciate the sentiment though.
Oh, booey.
We haven't put in the same amount of effort that Cashew has, so not being able to help him bake his cake is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah. You two have done more than enough to help anyway. In fact, it's because of you two being here for me, I'm able to make my decision. I mean, it's almost 4 a.m.
Decision on what?
I want to let you run the shop.
Huh? What do you mean?
Cashew-san, you're going to be leaving?
Yeah, for a week. No, 3 days at best. Will you let me have that much time? Oh! Is he going to France? Is he going to France? Because, like I said, there's a lot of foreshadowing of the airplanes.
Are you going to isolate yourself in the mountains or something?
Training. You're going to train. Come up with revelations as you sit under a waterfall and all that.
No. The only thing I would come up with if I sat under a waterfall in the middle of winter is a cold.
Yeah, fair point.
I'm cold just thinking of it.
Plus, I don't think isolating myself in the mountains would help me bake any good cakes. There we go. No, I mean, I plan on taking a trip to France.
Ah, that makes sense.
Huh? France?
I want to ask my mentor to teach me again.
That does make sense.
When who was in Paris? For the past few days, I've been struggling, and I've tried everything Fruze. The strawberry girl. This girl. Wait. I know about her, but I don't know much about her besides her name. For the past few days, I've been struggling, and I've tried everything at the kitchen sink. But in the end, I was never able to figure out what my dad told me That in itself may be what he meant by me lacking a core to my cooking. Oh boy, my voice acting for her is going to be cringy. But I know one thing. I don't see any change happening at this pace. Of course, I have no idea if my mentor will just readily accept the idea. After all, before I came back to Japan, she told me that she already taught me everything. What voice do you even want to give her? You'll see once she appears. I'm not sure if we'll meet her this stream, because I lost track of time and apparently I'm almost at 2 hours. I know you idolize your mentor's signature flavor, but isn't there a possibility that your father wouldn't recognize that flavor either? She raises a good point. If my father doesn't recognize the flavor I'm idolizing, then we'll never see eye to eye. No, the whipped cream my dad made before was really close to my mentor's flavor. Dad isn't the type to make something like that and then contradict himself. At the very least, he could never serve anything that he didn't think was the best possible flavor he could make at the moment. French? You'll see. Knowing that, there's no way I could just go and present him something that's half-assed in execution. Yes, he is quite a serious person.
The flavors are close?
Even if my mentor ends up not teaching me anything, even just a little taste of her flavor one more time might... I don't see the harm. It's always important to take a look back at your roots. That's why I went back to Fallout New Vegas. And it's worlds better than you cooped up in the kitchen by yourself, going stir crazy and mothering to yourself at the very least.
I also agree, Cashew-san.
By the way, are you really going to go alone? Are you not going to take Chocolate or any of the others? There's a lot of paperwork needed for cat girls to leave the country. I heard it takes a minimum of a week in order to get approval after submitting a request. And you can't book a flight unless they've given you permission.
That sounds like a hassle. I would have loved to go to France.
You'll get over it. You need to be here to look after the shop. More importantly, this isn't going to be a leisure trip for Cashew anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't want to close the shop in the meantime. It was closed the entire time during the hot spring trip after all. If we keep temporarily closing the shop, then it's bound to dissuade customers from coming. Oh, I've actually played the entirety of Volume 4, but I'm not gonna... Oh, I see. Totally agree.
It would be a big disappointment if someone took the trip out to the shop only to find out it was closed after all.
Okay then, I'll take charge while you're away and keep the shop running.
Wow! We can always depend on you, Mei-chan.
If you say so. Asaki's going to be in charge of making the cakes though. I'll make sure everything is in order then. It depends on the type of job, but knowing Asaki and Vanilla, I'm confident that I can entrust the task with them to a certain extent. So cat girls are allowed to run by themselves? Like, run a business by themselves? I mean, then again, they have permission from cashiers, so I guess. More than half the menu is going to have to be cut without you around, and we have other customers with Christmas cakes that need preparing. Are you sure you can make it back in 3 days? How long does it take to... How long is a plane trip from Japan to France? Yeah, I promise. 3 days, huh? Wait, did Cashew just have a post-nut clarity? Like, he did it with Maple and Cinnamon, and then he decided to go to France. He just had post-nut clarity. Huh. 3 days, huh? 14 hours. That's almost half a day. But that's over half a day, though. So it needs to be more than... Oh yeah, there we go. 3 days, huh? If you factor in transit, I can only be in France for a little under 2 days. How do we know his name is Cashew? I'll get a grasp on what I need and come back. I mean, I do watch the lewd version afterwards. Like, every time something happens, I watch the lewd version to see what I missed out. Because I want to get the full story. The thing about Nekopara is that if you factor in the lewd scenes, the game will extend to an extra hour. But if I can't do that, then So do we meet her this stream? Phew. The air is different. See what I missed out. France in winter. Paris is much cooler on average than Japan. Don't you just love the French music? Oh, we're already in chapter 4. Today is a rare sunny day, but the sky is usually populated by thick clouds around this time of year. Last night, I got everything ready for my trip after work and left Japan on the same... Wait! You literally only took 1 day? But doesn't it take a long time to... I mean, you could... Nowadays, it's kind of quick. You just buy a ticket, book your flight, and go. Now that all the... That's true. So he left on the same day. I landed in the Charles de Gaulle airport in the morning. I took a bus ride and reached Paris around sunrise. I took a nap on the plane, but my body still feels heavy. It's jet lag. Now then, what to do first? I got in contact with my mentor before coming to France. She listened and granted my request. I can be under her tutelage once more. I need to take care of this feeling of being lost. It's way too early to be visiting my mentor right now, though. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a plot twist in a couple of frames. Work at the patissiere starts way before the establishment opens, but pre-opening is usually the busiest part of the day. No matter what plans we have or how friendly we are, visiting this early would just cause issues. But that's the sort of thing a person asking for tutelage should do. Also, I kind of feel like they retconned that, because in Volume 3, then again, pronouns doesn't exist in Japanese. In Volume 3, Cashew referred to his mentor as he and him. But then again, pronouns doesn't exist in Japanese. And Volume 3 was released in 2017, and Volume 4 was released in 2020. So, yeah. I need to wait until it's time to open shop. Well, I'm already in France. Might as well have a croissant or crepe for old time's sake. When how do you refer to a person without using their names? I mean, most of the time, you do have to use their names. And also, you could also use anata. And also, context. Like, when you form a sentence in Japanese, it's context. Like, he could have just said mentor in Japanese instead of he, him. Or teacher. Like, if I refer to, let's see. Let's see if I can think of a sentence off the spot. Let's see. I can't think of a sentence. Let's see. Vanilla Sensei. Vanilla Sensei, mite. You're saying that, Vanilla, Miss Vanilla, can you look at this? But if you say, Sensei mite, you don't know the gender of the person, right? You're just saying Sensei mite. You're just saying Sensei mite. So you're just saying, teacher, look. It could be like that when in Volume 3. You don't have to say their name. You could also say their profession. I passed by a pair of girls, one with black hair, the other white. Huh? Chocolate and vanilla? Thank you, Jaws Sensei. Then I turn around. I see the girls share the same height, but looking from the back, they're a completely different pair. Yeah, of course not. Cat girls can't travel overseas. Cat girls can't easily travel overseas. I've got them staying behind this time round. Holding down the fort. Plot twist incoming. I swear Shigure is here because they said cat girls have a hard time. Unless the cat girls are here too. But I remember what happened before I headed out.
No! Together! Chocolate wants to go together, Meowster!
We can't do that. So why try fight at Chocolate? Chocolate? Chocolate doesn't bother Cashew. Sorry, I'm counting on you to look after things.
Master, I'll wait for you. You don't need to bring back any high-class items as souvenirs.
Of course, I'll shoot for something else then. Even though I didn't have the free time to go taking in the sights. You only got 3 days, right? You better hurry your ass back over there and hurry on back. The fourth day will be on a weekend after all. If you're not around, don't blame us for what happens to the shop, alright? Yeah, count on me being here. Don't go cheating on us with any Parisians, alright? I wouldn't do anything like that. Yes, says the man with 6 companions. I mean...
You shouldn't make Cashew-san feel awkward like that, Mei-chan. Cashew-san, I can't wait to see how your cakes get even more delicious.
I'm going to aim to please.
Oni-chan, you can do it. I'll be rooting for you the whole time.
It's not that desperate. Exactly after 6 cat girls. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Master!
I'm going now, Chocola.
Oh, okay. Chocolate will be waiting for you. Have a safe trip, Master.
Chocola is like a baby, I swear. I mean, it has its charms. Well, I definitely need to come home with results. It is Shigure! I thought I saw something for a second. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks. Hey, I haven't been in France even half a day yet, and I'm already homesick. Huh? We checked, she's 9 months old. I mean, cat girls reach adulthood around a year old. Then again, 1 year in cat years is like 15 years old. And also, I know you weren't here when we discussed this. The creator of Nekopara said that cat girls are like elves. So they live for a very long time. They age fast, but they live a long time. And whether it's 80 years like humans or 750 years like elves, who knows? But they do reach adulthood very early. But they live a long time. Also, Nekopara Volume 2 said cat girls live a long time. I knew my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. I sling my overnight bag over my shoulder and chase after that person. Yep. Oh? Shigure? Wait, or is it someone who looks just like her? Shigure wears kimonos, not dresses. Must be someone different. Yeah, as if. Not even I would mistake someone else for my little sister. What are you doing here, Shigure?
So you ended up finding me, Nisama. I was trying to perfectly blend in with the local people.
Well, even in Paris, you don't really see people running around with such an aristocratic looking dress. Paris is full of stone paved walls, and I've even climbed stairs. So high heels are risky. So high heels is risky. Not if you know how to walk in them. Even the majority of ladies wear sneakers or leather shoes. Also, most girls wear slim jeans, so girls in skirts are rare. I mean, it is Europe. Their clothes are usually black or white. Mostly anyone wearing beige or patterned outwear is a tourist.
How unfortunate. I thought it was perfect.
Well, your outfit looks nice on you, so it's fine, right? What does that mean, Jones? What do you mean?
It looks nice on me? Do you think it looks nice on me, Nisama?
Yeah. You're always in kimonos, so I guess you could say it's a breath of fresh air.
Ah. I was right coming all the way to Paris. I have not a scrap of regret in my life now. I could die in the Mediterranean now, for all I care.
You're exaggerating too much. My nose got blocked. Actually, what are you doing here anyway?
That is obvious. Because of my love for you, Nisama.
I have to figure things out in a few days. I have. You understand that, right?
Yes, of course I do. I've come here in order to assist in your journey. I shall not get in your way.
I remember John saying fire is he is. So spiraled. Actually, now that I think about it, majority of my chat is tsundere. What's up with that? Not all, I'll tell you that. Just a majority. The fact that you're talking right now is already so far removed from my initial plans though. Uh-oh. Then again, maybe the reason I'm feeling this way is because my mental composure is wearing thin? I'm not tsundere, I'm European dummy. Shigure felt worried enough about me to come all the way to France, even though she has her own life to lead. Nonetheless, I'm not even mature enough to be forthright and give her my thanks. I won't turn you away, but this isn't a pleasant trip. I don't think that I'll be able to do anything for you here. You're fine in spite of that? That is just fine. I want you to focus on your goal. So please, allow me to handle any mischievous task. I see. By the way, Nisama, shouldn't you be heading to your mentor shop now? No, it's still too early. I'm thinking of grabbing breakfast at a bakery. Isn't it in certain European countries you can't have lunch at a certain time? Like all the shops close at a certain time in Europe? Like I heard somewhere in Europe shops don't serve food after a certain time. Oh, the dummy part is no. This is so delicious. What is it? This is a croissant, is it not? Yep, this shop really has the best croissant around. I haven't pet her yet. I cannot believe how positively fragrant this croissant is. The sweetness. Is the butter? Quality butter is sweet. It's got a flavor that's different from sugar. It could be margarine. Incredible, Nisama. To think I would indulge in such a wonderful breakfast. This is a bakery that anyone who's lived here long enough would know. So it's famous that it's so famous it's even in the guidebook. Because my dad has been to Europe and he's told us he used to tell me about it back when I was a kid. Papa Fiend has been in Europe. Papa Fiend has been all around the world actually. Not really all around the world. Papa Fiend has been to the US. He's been to Brazil. He's been to Mexico. He's been to Japan. He's been to China. He's been to Hong Kong. And he's been to Europe. And he always tells me about his trips. Cause Papa Fiend used to be a sailor. I mean, like I said, my dad is a fiend. Of course he'd survive. If you've still got room, let's hit up this crepes place. Let's hit up this crepe place next. They're not quite like Japanese crepes. How much gunshots did he suffer in the US? None. Yes, with pleasure. As we're about to leave the shop, the employee starts a conversation in French. Your wife is adorable. Are you on your honeymoon trip? It's supposed to be French, but like I said, I'm not giving anyone else voice acting. Oh no! My current situation is too weird and complicated to explain all the details. Wait! Shigure can understand French? Couldn't you just say, sister? Honeymoon trip? Honeymoon trip? You think I'm Lisa-man's wife? Me? Oh no, I feel a nosebleed coming on. Huh? Wait a second. Shigure, you understand French? But of course, I wouldn't be able to provide assistance unless I understood the language. Shigure's just reaction when the Ada consent is 18. She thought that Cashew would stay in France. I studied with all I had since I figured this might happen. You figured this might happen? Yes, I can't say it's an unlikely scenario, huh? France is where I got my start in Western sweets, and my mentor runs a Western confectionery shop in Paris. It's actually more unusual to think that I would never travel to France again. Also, when you were still studying abroad, there was a chance that you would never come back to Japan. Ah, I see. By going down the path of Western sweet maker, my relationship with my dad soured. Even when my study abroad was over, there was still a big possibility that I would stay in Paris. I mean, I did apply for internship in my university, and one of the internships that I was eligible for is international studies. So if I somehow get international studies and I do go to Japan, I will take everything with me to Japan. So there's a possibility I might stream in Japan. Who knows? But I don't that's very, very, very unlikely right now. Because my major is music, so no doubt they're gonna prioritize my music major over my Japanese minor. But there is a possibility that I can go to Japan for work because of my internship. But like I said, I won't hold my breath on it. It's very, very, very unlikely. Well, by that time, I made up my mind to open my shop in Japan. Well, there is a condition out there where Japanese women enter a state of depression because Paris wasn't as expected? Not just Japanese women. I've had a lot of my friends go to Paris and they start feeling like their expectations got killed. I actually have a teacher named JC and he's chill. He does tell dirty jokes, very similar with you two. Wait, what if JC is your teacher? What? Was there any reason behind that decision? Well, I didn't want people to think that I ran away from Dad. I have my pride. JC-sensei hentai? Ara. Ah. Also, my mentor told me to. She said that I should talk it out with my dad and return to Japan. Your mentor? Nowadays, I think that was very important in bringing my mentor's distinct flavor over to the town I was born and raised. Yeah? What do you mean, why? My mind is a black hole though. I feel like it was worth doing. I'm happy that I made my customers happy. Indeed. Now then, it's about time we get going. Got room for crepes? Of course, Nisama. Of course, Nisama. Nom. Be careful, Shigure. Paris is a dangerous city. Huh? Yes, I will. If you don't keep up your guard, you'll end up gaining weight before you know it. There's a whole lot of tasty things to be had here. It's a good thing they didn't bring coconut. Are we gonna meet her now? Are we gonna meet the French cat?
I wonder what Meowster's having for lunch.
It's a 7-hour difference between here and France. I think it's breakfast time around now.
Are we gonna meet her? Not just Neko, eh? Nearly lunchtime. After waiting for normal business hours, I find myself in the front of the shop. Yeah. I know I've made plans, but I'm still getting nervous.
My, it's splendid. So this is the original La Soleil, isn't it, Nisama?
Yep, sure is.
You've told me about this place so many times in the past, but I can't believe I'm finally getting to visit.
Yes, you will. Oh, let me see if I can get my voice ready for that. Like, it's going to be very experimental, so
This is sacred ground to me. The whole thing feels like a pilgrimage.
Does it? when I studied abroad, where I studied abroad is close to here, so I guess a lot of nostalgia for me. So it's got a lot of nostalgia for me. Kind of like I'm back for my first time in a while. Let me tell you something, Chief. Francis, Francis is a cruel mistress. One day you're on top of the Eiffel Tower, and the next day you're a bunch of breadcrumbs left.
Ah, your old school's nearby, Nisama?
Yeah, it's a few minutes down the street, in fact.
In that case, a lot of the customers here at the original Le Soleil are students. Are students?
They have their fair share of students, but I'd say housewives are the biggest group of customers. A lot of mothers come by with their kids too. There are a bunch of people who think that eating cakes is reserved for special days in Japan. But in France, it's extremely common to eat cake at dinner time. Even when it comes to normal families, dinner usually goes salad, soup, bread, seafood, meat, cheese, dessert. How many dishes they produce depends on the family though.
Every day is French cuisine. Every day is French cuisine then.
So yeah, it's not that rare to see most people eating a cake almost every day. Eating cake is for special times for most. Yeah, I can confirm.
I see.
I mean, if you were in my debut, you could kinda guess what my ethnicity is. Yes, I am a dragon, but dragon demon. But dragons and demons also need countries to live. That's where I live, and where I grew up. But I have a birth country. And I mentioned it in my debut. I mean, I could mention it here, but I don't know. I'll give you a clue of my birth country. It is in Asia. It's not Japan. I'll just say that outright.
I still find it rather curious that households partake in full-course meals.
Well, I mean, even for general home cooking in Japan, from other countries' perspective, it looks like a Japanese version of a full-course meal. Tea, white rice, miso, entrees, meat, and fish. Not Thailand, but close to Thailand. There's not much difference between the amount of dishes they use.
Oh, when you put it that way.
Those are facts. I mean, when I went to Japan for exchange... Wait, I know that. Oh, you do? When I went to Japan for exchange, it was like a full-course meal. I mean, I will give you a hint. In my birth country, some fiends are called aswang. And that's what my half is. And those are the facts. Like, yeah, when I went to Japan, their servings, like when I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner with my host family, it was a lot of food. It was not like here compared to Australia. In Australia, it's kind of like simple.
Even if something is normal to you, once you get used to it, it still might surprise someone from a foreign culture, right?
There you go. I am a Filipino dragon demon. But I was raised in Australia. That's why I could understand a bit of Spanish. Just a bit, because I didn't stay in my birth country. I only hatched. I I only hatched in the Philippines, stayed there for like a few years, then I started roaming around the world as a dragon as soon as I got my wings. And then Mama Dragon and Papa Fiend decided to settle down in Australia. So, Buenos dias. So yeah, I didn't stay long. That's why I said I'm an incomplete trilingual. Like I study to speak Japanese, and I also struggle to speak Filipino. Yep, basically. But as I mentioned in my because Mama Dragon is a Filipino dragon and Papa Fiend is also a Filipino fiend. I mentioned in my Morrowind stream that I am 1/8 Fox Fiend or Gumiho, not Gumiho, Holy Jing. I'm probably saying that wrong. That's saying that I'm 1/8 Chinese. Yeah, it goes both ways. Alright, I think that's enough chit-chat for now. I checked the time once more. The shop should be open around now. I don't see the sandwich board. The one she used to put out when I was around. In front of the store, yep, though. Oh, that's because I'm shape-shifting. I shape-shifted the cat ears and the cat tail. So, my great-great-grandfather is a fox fiend from China. It's still fiend, it's just a different sub-race. Meanwhile, the rest of Papa Fiend's side of the family is vampiric fiend. Because Aswang, in some stories, are they attract the opposite gender and feed on them. Being a cat girl is very tactical since you have better hearing and night vision. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I am half dragon, so. Nisama, let us sully forth. Alright. Huh? Huh? Wait a second. Nisama? Shigure stops me from going in. What's the matter? Someone is coming out from the shop. Oh? Could it be Mentor? Here's a new cat girl! I don't know if my voice is ready though, because this is an experimental voice I never got to practice. Oh, she's also a gold girl! However, the person who comes out is a small framed cat girl. It's because I know Fruce is French, is this French word for strawberry. She's wearing an adorable pinafore dress. If it's my mentor, then her taste in clothes has taken a shocking turn, but I know that's not the case here. But she did hire someone. Did she hire someone before because I went back to Japan? Means to have. I can't pronounce it well, like Jing, like it's not Jin, like it's spaced like H-U-L-I space J-I-N-G. She was short-staffed even back then, after all. Compared to the Japanese La Soleil, there's little sitting inside. I figured that's how she was able to manage it. I always thought that it was a lot for my mentor to do on her own, though. My dad, Papa Fiend, I don't think Jolie who? A Papa Fiend went to the UK. He went to Spain. He went to France. He went to Germany. He went to Austria. He went all over the place. Pretty much. First, talking to her seems like it would be the best idea, yes? Yeah, true. That's not Europe, but yeah, he did go to Brazil. He went to Mexico. He had to go to Mexico because he was going from North America to South America. I approached the original La Soleil. Good afternoon.
Huh? I'm sorry. We're not open just yet.
Huh? Those eyes, that demeanor. Could this girl be?
It's an absolutely adorable cat girl. Huh? Such bright, vivid eyes, and the glossy felt. Even your ears are absolutely positively perfect.
Literally, Europe's Brazil.
Your soft and fluffy tail is so divine. Given the shape and the color, could you be a chinchillian Parisian? Yeah, yes. I've never seen a cat girl this adorable before in my life. Thank you very much. You're quite lovely yourself. I've never seen such beautiful black hair before. Ah, Nisama, did you hear her?
So, what do you think of the voice so far? I'm probably gonna change the voice next stream because I'm gonna probably forget this voice. Because I've never practiced this voice. I only had it in my mind. I've only had this voice in my mind, so this is my first time actually trying it out. Yep. She's a wonderful, well-trained cat girl.
Oh, please don't. Ah, how lovely. How lovely it would be if this girl were to come home with us. Haha, Shigure, dial it back, okay?
She actually sounds sort of similar. What do you mean? Similar to who? Vanilla? Sorry for startling you like that. I'm Cashew Minaduki. Bruce? Oh. Guess. I cannot believe myself. I'm supposed to be here to assist you, yet I'm losing my composure. Forgive my rudeness. I am Shigure Minaduki.
My name is Fuse.
Fuse? Wait a second. Just before I ended my study abroad, I think my voice already changed for her. Because I was thinking of Vanilla. My mentor was taking care of a catgirl kitten that could barely walk. She said that a friend asked her, and it'd only be a short while, but from the looks of things, my guess is that mentor ended up adopting her. Boy, you sure grew up. I almost didn't recognize you now. That you're working in the shop like this.
Could it be?
Something's up?
I am positive of it, but... Oh no. I'm sorry, Kashi-san and Shigure-san, was it?
Yeah, I'm here to ask for my mentor's service.
Mentor?
You want to know why Bridget chose Rose for her name? We'll find out. Oh, that's not a person's name? The word mentor or maître in French probably isn't a word that a cat girl who works in a patisserie is familiar with. I'm always saying mentor this and my mentor that, so it slipped my mind. I just say my mentor's name. I've come to see Verdnet-san.
Oh, you mean the patisserie? Understood.
A female patisserie chef is called a pâtissière or something in French, and the pâtissière of this establishment is my mentor. I suck at French.
Please wait right here. I will call for Oh.
A silhouette steps back from the back. Well, like I said, I'm not giving her a voice because she's just an extra character. Well, I wonder what all this commotion was. It seems like I have gotten more kittens in Miss. I have more kittens in my Miss. Ah.
That woman, is she... Patisserie? Cashew-san is here.
Yes, it's fine. I've been listening. You're so young that you probably don't remember, yes?
Yes.
Good of you to come, Cashew. I'm glad just to see your happy, healthy face. Although I'd be happier if you brought a gift. Reminds me of a person I know that. Or huh? Are you French? Mentor. For whatever reason, the tumultuous day I've spent as of late come flooding back all at once. Sorry. All the same time, memories from my time spent learning from my mentor flash in my mind. There's so much going on in my head that I'm left speechless. At the same time, I feel a damp warmth in the corner of my eye. I'm an idiot. I'm not some lost child who's just found his mom. I tense my abdomen and force emotions down. I'm sorry for my long absence. I am extremely appreciative that you can spare your precious time in spite of my abrupt request. By the time you finish your stream, it's 1 a.m. Huh. I am... Don't worry, girls. I wasn't... As always. You're usually all that stiff and formal language. I'm glad that you haven't changed a bit. Master gently hugs my shoulders as if welcoming me back from a long trip. There really is nothing else that I could teach you, but since you've come all this way, feel free to eat under our roof. Thank you very much. I need to find some sort of clue on my own merits, at least. That is the plan. Mentor said that she's taught me everything. Still, I'm missing everything. I'm missing something. In that case, I need learning. I need learning that goes beyond simply teaching. By the way, this young lady here, I thought she was a doll of some kind.
Oh, I'm Shigure Minaduki. I'm here unannounced since I tugged along, but of course, I will make sure I am of no inconvenience.
Shigure? Wait! I can pet her. Can I pet my mentor? Oh, she doesn't like it. I'm watching a person play a cat hate game. I realize how to end. Shigure.
Yes, ma'am.
My apologies, mentor. She followed me on her own accord. I'm so glad you've come, Shigure. I've always wanted to meet you. Oh, as I have. Bene-san, Nisama couldn't stop talking about his prized mentor after coming back from overseas, after all. She may break your hand. Huh. Oh my, is that so? Cashew couldn't stop talking about his lovely little sister while in France. Huh? That isn't true. Fine, I'll quickly check it. You sent me like 2 things. Let's see what you sent me. If my memory serves me correct, the only thing I remember talking about is Western sweets. For what Nisama has told me, you are an extremely wonderful individual. It is a true honor to finally meet you. Cashew just respects his elders too much, since he's so dead serious. He needs to look at things in simpler terms. I respect you because you are a wonderful individual. That is all there is to it. Oh, right. Mentor-sama, this cat girl, she's fantastic. There aren't many cat girls around here. There aren't many cat girls that around are this lovely.
No, that isn't it.
I appreciate the compliment, although I've never compared her to other cat girls before. Is Ray still here? I don't know, I think he's gone.
Wait, me neither. I have never met another cat girl before.
We have 6 cat girls in our family. All of them are superb, but Ryu's-san is simply superb. They are all adorable. Cat girls are so cute, aren't they?
6?
Cashew talks like a different person when it comes to making Western sweets. But it seems that you're no more of a cat girl fan.
My apologies. Imposing upon you while you're busy to ramble about cat girls. Oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my. What are you apologizing for? Life is too short to waste your time holding back on what you love.
Like I said, I'll probably end up. I know I like Vanilla, but Vanilla would be a lot happier if she sacrifices herself. You love cat girls. Knowing that makes me happy.
Yes, ma'am. Wait, yes, ma'am. Huh? Just as Nisama said. No, you're even more wonderful than that, Mentor-sama.
Oh, right. I keep telling Cashew to stop calling me mentor, but he's too hard-headed to give it up. So Shigure, would you just refer to me as normal? Very well. If that's the case, Benet-sama, is it? That sama is like lady, yes? Having someone as cute as you refer to me like some sort of aristocrat might cause people to start questioning my character. Every country has their costumes. You must respect not only the language but the culture as well.
I see. I understand. In that case, I will refer to you as Benet-san. Miss Benet?
Yes, that you will do. You are much more forthright than Cashew could ever be. I already forgot what Ruse's voice is. An old friend asked me to take care of Ruse due to certain circumstances. At first, it was supposed to be for a short time. But nowadays, she's like a daughter to me. No, that voice is overused. I can understand the feeling. Cat girls are like family, right? Wait, cat girls are family, right?
I feel the same way. I am so happy to live with you, Mathesia.
Manual labor is getting harder for me as I get older, but Frise here is strong for someone so small. She is a big help. Anyways, it was fun. Okay, I mean I'm ending the stream in 10 minutes, so take care.
I am so happy. I am happy so long as I can be of assistance to you, Patricia.
I am here, suffer inside.
I am finally able to help you out with work, so I need to be able to provide more.
I appreciate all your efforts. Now then, it's about time for the customers to come in, so we need to do opening preparations.
Oh, that's right. We were in the middle of doing that. My apologies for starting a conversation in the middle of your work. I will help you. Huh?
It's fine. Cashew brought her, and she's saying she wants to help. I'm sure that she'll provide some fine assistance.
I will do anything you ask for. But very well. In that case, I will appreciate if you help me bring out the sandwich sign. Afterward, we'll clean the windows.
Right. My friend asked what I'm doing. Bro. What do I say? I don't know. You're speaking to a friend. So, Reyes, what do you think of my Crusade voice? I'm trying to put a little bit of a French accent, but I think I'm failing. I should get things ready myself. I'll help you with that. Oh my. What are you talking about? Huh? This isn't going to be helping out. This is going to be your role. You're only here for 2 days. I'm going to have you work since you're here, just like before. Oh, of course. You need to work on your French. It's because I need to focus on French, right? But at the same time, I need to focus on my voice, so it's hard to do both at the same time. I think I'm giving her a British accent by accident. Yeah, I think I'm giving her a British accent by accident. I worked in this shop for years. The location of I know. I feel like I'm giving her an accent of sorts. I finished my... It's something else. So it is an accent. I don't know what accent it is. I worked in this shop for years. The location of items, the preparations, almost nothing has changed. I remember everything. Sounds European. Also, Reyes, what do you think of Ruse so far? I get started on preparing for opening without any indecision. I wipe off the glass showcase and line up the cakes. Your cakes sure send me back, mentor. We say I say Macca's. It's quicker. Like, sometimes I do say McDonald's, but most of the time when I'm talking to friends and family, I say Macca's. Well, nothing much has changed. Don't sell yourself short. The cakes are perfect, and they're your ultimate goal for mine. I tried to get Dad to eat my cake. I see. And how did that go? A true Oz? Dad said he didn't need to eat it. I see. He also said that my cooking lacks a core. I think he means a main part, like an axis or a nucleus in other things. It's hard trying to explain a concept I don't comprehend myself into French. Yeah. Mentor, will you allow me to train under you once again? I'm not sure what this core your father speaks of either. Cashew's gotta put a demon card there. Or rather, I'm sure a concept that no one can explain. Otherwise, your father would have no reason not to elaborate on it. That's what I think too. That is hard-headed and terrible with words, but he's not the kind of person to lie just because he doesn't approve of something. There is some meaning behind him not explaining himself. You realize that, at least? Yes, somewhat. Then I can't teach you anything. You realize that as well. Yes. I'm guessing that's supposed to be, I guess there's something I'm missing. Something Dad and Mentor both understand. However, it's not something that can be explained in words. The only reason I'm still here. That makes sense. Ugh. I find myself lost with my thoughts running around in circles in my head. I told you that I wouldn't do anything. Wait, I told you that I wouldn't do you any good, didn't I? Why not get back to Japan while you still can? Oh no, I cannot go back until I find something, anything. I mean, also the plane ticket is bound to be expensive. I see. In that case, put the cakes in the showcase, will you? Yes, ma'am. I take the tray from her and carefully place them in the showcase. When I'm going through this routine, my mind is free from worries, and all I can remember is the days I was under my mentor's tutelage. I find this mundane work so much fun that it naturally brings a smile on to my face. I say on my face because of Thanos. Wait.
Nekopara.
Wait. With Cashew and Shigure gone, we can't even explain the menu to the foreign customers. Wait, sorry, wrong character. That's supposed to be Azuki. Yeah. With Cashew and Shigure gone, we can't explain the menu to the foreign customers. But Black Tea said yes.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. The two exchange greetings with a French word for good afternoon. The customers say hello and goodbye when they enter and leave the shop, as if they're at a friend's house. There are people in Japan who come in to the shop with a hello or good day as well, but I feel like it's become more uncommon nowadays. Has your father got close encounters with... What do you mean? Bonjour. The female patron has a firm and compact build suited for dancing or something of the sort. Her eyes widen and she's taken aback. Her eyes are focused on... He's a flying dragon? Papa Fiend is a demon. Mama Dragon is a dragon. Bonjour. Shigure is there, changed into her regular kimono. However, she's speaking fluent French while in it. Oh my, how lovely, you're like a Japanese doll. Thank you very much. She's very popular among the customers. Wearing a kimono is uncommon enough, but on top of that, someone like that working at a patisserie is pretty much unseen around here. Can I get a picture? I'm gonna end the stream here. So, I hope you guys had fun. I'll release a schedule later today. But I'll tell you now. Tomorrow I'll be playing Fall Guys. Don't expect any wins, and don't expect me to get to past the first stage. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow.